Old school is first. Yes, sir. All right, Tim. 500. Okay. All right. The gauntlet is down, my friend. Good for you, brother. Guys, check out my friend Tim Effect, Florida Strong, 69 years young. Midnight. Just finished up 500 reps. Shout out to Tim Effect. All right, guys, we're going to mix it up a little bit tonight, just some body weight stuff. First set, we'll do some pull-ups. We'll do a 10 down, throw in some body weight squats and some weighted jump rope, and then we'll switch it up. Jay, that's a rope that I picked up. It's a weighted jump rope that I got up off Amazon. Actually, if you go down into the link of the, into the description of the video, there'll be a link to Amazon, and it should have that. If you go in there, it'll have a link to that jump rope. There's a couple of different variations of it. You can check it out. All right, UI, hitting it heavy. Good for you, brother. Good for you. Nice. All right, guys, we're going to hit some pull-ups. Like I said, we're going to do a 10 down. We're on 9 now. We'll hit some body weight squats, some jump rope, and then we'll switch it up. We'll hit another superset after that. All right, guys, 10 down. On the pull-ups, we're going into 7 after each set of pull-ups. Hit 10 body weight squats, 50 reps with the weighted jump rope. All right, guys, like I said, 10 down with the pull-ups, followed by 10 reps with the body weight squats, and then some weighted jump rope. We're just hitting 6 with our pull-ups. On the way down to 1. All right, mother. Shout out to, I believe that's Russia. Hi to you. Rick M, I do have cheat days. I do. Not so much a cheat day, but if I want a little pizza every now and again, I'll have a couple of slices of pizza. I don't go off the rails too much though. I try to stick to my normal way of eating. But if I happen to run into a few slices of pizza, I'm not averse to that either. So, 10 down on pull-ups, guys, into 10 body weight squats after each set. And then 50 reps with the weighted jump rope. And we're on 5 now, 5 going down to 1. Four going down to one, guys. What's up, Longbeard? Appreciate you popping in, brother. A couple of supersets tonight. Started off with just some body weight pull-ups. Just going 10 down to 1. After each set, just 10 body weight squats. And then hitting that weighted jump rope for 50 reps. And we'll move on. Switch it up. We'll do some Mike Tyson push-ups and whatever else. Yeah, you know what, Longbeard? Long day today. Yesterday was an off day, and it wasn't sitting right with me. I wanted to do something before I went to bed tonight. So like I said, just some body work, body weight stuff. Just did 10 down on the pull-ups, hit that weighted jump rope, some body weight squats. Now we'll go into some, and I guess, yeah, we'll do Mike Tyson's, and we'll hit some knee raises off that pull-up bar. TM, I won't eat. I won't eat tonight after this. I'll wait till tomorrow. I'm not locked into it. A lot of times it does work out that I just happen to, you know, I'll eat after my workout. Generally, on most days, sometimes lately it's been different. I've been trying to get few more calories in, but generally I do 2 meals a day. So I'll do one earlier in the day, and then if I work out in the afternoon, a lot of times I will eat after my workout, but I had plenty of food today, so definitely not going to eat tonight and go to bed with a full stomach. Rick, what keeps me motivated? I've talked about this before. I always talk about the difference between motivation and inspiration, right? The motivation has to come from within you. You could see somebody doing something, you can say, wow, that's cool, I want to try that. I would like to work out like that, maybe I'll give that a try. But the motivation, you could tell yourself that, you can be inspired by somebody to go do something, but if you don't have the motivation to get your ass off the couch and go do it, it's never going to happen, right? So, and that motivation moves quicker than the needle on your gas tank in a car, right? It just goes up and down, up and down. You could wake up 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna hit the gym today. I'm gonna tear that place apart. By 9:30, you don't wanna do anything. You just wanna go back to bed. So when it comes to staying motivated to stay healthy, I have a lot. Had a lot of bad habits in my younger days, which I refused to go back to. I saw what they were doing to me. Now I just have too much. I have a grandson now. You know, I'm just concentrating on keeping my family healthy and keeping myself healthy, staying away from doctors, staying away from hospitals as much as I can. So yeah, and I see people that I worked with for 30 some odd years. I was in law enforcement for over 30 years, 32 years. And I see most of the guys I work with now, they're all over social media, overweight, they're sick, you know, the heart disease, the diabetes, and that's what keeps me motivated. I'm just running from that. I'm just doing everything I can to avoid that. Hey, Longbeard, appreciate you being here, brother. Often, semi-often. I don't have a set schedule when I do this. Like again, certainly tonight was impromptu, like, you know, a midnight session. Once in a while I'll pop on in the morning. But 40, come on, man, you're still a young buck. Get back in the game. You could definitely do it. A little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. I talk about this all the time. Don't look to wake up tomorrow morning and change your whole life. A little bit at a time. And you're gonna build momentum as you go on. You're gonna build more discipline, right? Every time you reach a certain goal, pick something in your life that you have to get rid of, right? Because the bad habits never go away. What we do is we just bury them, but they're always tapping you on your shoulder, looking to come back. But if you replace those bad habits with good habits, you can keep those old ones at bay, right? So, I mean, 40, come on, brother, you got a long way to go. A long way to go. Don't give up. Just look around. Look at what's going on in the world. And it's not a matter of me standing here putting people down. I'm talking facts. Walk down any main street, walk into any supermarket, into any mall, and look around. Is that what you want? Is that what you want to be? You know? So you can do it, brother. You can do it. I'm here. Again, no set schedule, but I try to get here as often as I can. Thank you. Is it Little Daddy? Appreciate you being here. You should be, Aaron. You should be terrified of doctors. Listen, I always say, if I do a Humpty Dumpty, I'm the first one to tell you, get me to a good trauma surgeon, get me to a hospital, get me patched up, get me put back together. But our day-to-day health, you know, they do this with what I call whack-a-mole medicine. You come in with a symptom. If your blood pressure's high, they give you a pill to artificially drive your blood pressure down. They never go to the root cause. If you come in with high blood sugar, they give you metformin, right? If you come in with any type of infection, they'll just throw a Z-Pack or some type of antibiotic at you. And then in 3 days when you're feeling better, oh my God, my doctor is a genius. Well, what if it was a viral infection and he's treating you with antibiotics, right? And in the meantime now, he just destroyed your gut, right? He just destroyed all the bacteria in your gut, which is gonna lead to other, it's just, stay away from him. I agree with you. What I'm trying to say there, Aaron, is I'm in full agreement. Longbeard, I'm not gonna listen to I don't have time. I'm not listening to that, brother. You put the baby to sleep, and you got 20 minutes, you got a half hour, you can find the time. That's all it takes. This nonsense that I don't have time because everybody thinks it's gonna take an hour or 2 hours, right? Set your schedule for the week. This week I'm gonna hit, if you're just starting out, 50 pushes, 50 pulls, 50 body weight squats every day. Start small. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just build the momentum, like I said. But I don't want to hear I don't have time. I don't want to hear it. If you go back, I think it was last summer I did a 30-day challenge where I think I did shit. I'm the one who did it, I don't remember. I think it was 100 pull-ups, 100 push-ups, and 100 squats a day for 30 days. And I think I averaged 18 to 20 minutes on that. Now, depending on where you are, like I said, do 25, do 50, whatever you could do. If you can't do pull-ups, you get a set of these resistance bands. You're strapped out on the bar. Get yourself one of those doorway pull-up bars on Amazon. 25, 30 bucks. It's not a big investment. It's not a big investment at all. And well, you should, Aaron. Well, you should. Everybody should be exercising. To some degree. Again, it doesn't, you don't have to do CrossFit. You don't have to run a marathon every day, but you can certainly get up, do some body weight squats, do some type of stretching routine. You know, I've been doing some yoga. I go on Amazon. I do go on Amazon for everything I buy, but I go on YouTube. There's no shortage of beginner type yoga routines, something specific. They have routines that are specific to hamstrings, specific to the shoulders and things like that. You could definitely do it. It doesn't cost anything. If you have your body, some gravity, which we all have, and the ground or the floor, you could do it. Yes, TM, I was a police officer for 32 years. I retired as a police captain a few years back, after 32 years. Shire, sup's up with you? Yeah, Aaron, I feel for you on that. I feel for you. Those things are horrific. They are horrific. I hope you're doing well now. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole right now because that's going to take too long. But I feel you on that one, and I hope you're doing well. It is all about drugs. That's all they know, Aaron. That's all they know. They know nothing. They know nothing. They know zero about nutrition. Less than zero about nutrition. All they know is symptom, here's the pill. Symptom, here's the pill. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I'm going to send you to a specialist, right? All right, Longbeard, 6 foot, 200. Okay, you're there. You're there, and you got some experience. All right, get back in it, brother. Get on the ground. Do some push-ups. Come on. All right, Aaron. So you do 20 a day, and I promise you that soreness will go away, and before you know it, you'll be doing 25, then you'll be doing 30. You have to be consistent, I promise. All right, guys, let me get a couple of reps in here. The next set we're gonna do is, I'll do some Mike Tyson push-ups. Let's go 15 down with that, and then after each set of Mike Tysons, I'll do 10 knee raises on the pull-up bar. So we'll start with 15 Mike Tysons, 14, 13, etc., until we get down to 1. All right, guys, that was 15 and 14 on the Mike Tysons. And like I said, after each set of Tysons, we'll hit 10 knee raises. Claiming the best time is whenever you can get it in. You know, I mean, you kind of answered your own question. You know, if for some reason you're doing it in the morning and you're feeling exhausted, I got to be honest with you, I'm the total opposite. When I hit a morning workout, it really does set the tone. I feel great, generally speaking, for the rest of the day. But everybody's different. Everybody's physiology is different. Our sleep patterns are different, whatever. If you feel better in the afternoon or in the evening, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. And I promise you, you're gonna go online and you're gonna look it up. What's the best time to work out? And you will find people that say, you have to get out of bed in the morning and do your workout. No, you have to do it at 4 p.m. sharp. No. It's much better to do it 8 o'clock at night. You do you. There's 8 billion people, 8 billion different physiologies, 8 billion different circumstances. So exercise whenever you can. You can do it. You have the time to do it. Like I said to Longbeard before, I'm not taking his bullshit and I'm not going to take yours. You could find the time to do it. So whenever you can, just get it in. I think you're saying, can you split it up? I mean, if you're talking about splitting it up in the day, like I said, it doesn't matter. I don't care. You know, you want to Your pull-ups in the morning, your push-ups at night, if that's what you're talking about, but whatever. Just do it over the course of the day, and you'll reap the benefits, I promise. It doesn't matter what time the clock says. It doesn't matter. Erin, just be patient, right? We live in the age of I want everything yesterday. But I promise you, nothing is worth having if you don't work for it, including your health. You don't want shortcuts, right? You don't want pills. You don't want hacks. You don't want injections, surgeries. Work for your health. You'll feel so much better. It'll build your self-esteem. You'll build self-discipline. You'll live a much healthier life. You know, barring any unforeseen circumstances, none of us knows what's going to happen to us, but why would you purposely let your health, the most precious commodity on the face of the earth, and we just throw it away? Throw it away. We're worried about going out with our friends, if we're not drinking, if we're not doing this, if we're not partying. Wow, I'm not having I'm not living my best life. Bullshit. Bullshit. The person who's disciplined is healthy. You know what I mean? You have people flaunting everything that they have. Look at my new house, and look at my new jet ski, and look at my new car, and look what I have, and I'm going on this vacation, woohoo. And you're 100 pounds overweight. Who gives a shit in plain English what you have? If you have your health and you're broke, you can always go out and make money. But if you have all the money in the world and you don't have your health, you have nothing. All right, guys, 15 down on the Mike Tysons. We're going to hit 13 now. And after each set of Tysons, we'll hit 10 leg raises on the pull-up bar. No, yeah, Gustavo, you're right. And like I said, when you talk about building discipline, I rail against this all the time about people with their New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna eat like an animal from Halloween. Actually, they've been doing it all year, but then from Halloween on till the end of the year, it's the holidays, so I deserve to do it. And then they think they're gonna wake up on January 1st which they're not because they hung over on the first, and then they say, no, I'm really going to start on the second. New year, new me. No more drinking, eating good food. I joined Planet Fitness, so what could go wrong there? I'm going to go to the gym every 5 days a week, you know, and that lasts for not past February 1st for sure, for 90% of the people. So you have to start slow. It's like everything in life. You have to pick and choose your battles, right? Pick something that you know is really fucking you up and plain English. Like, I got to get this out of my life, like one thing, and go batshit crazy on that, right? Stop it, whatever it is. Again, like I said earlier, if it's smoking, if it's drinking, you know, if you drink, but you really have to look at your entire life. Who are you associating with? You know, like I say all the time, if you're hanging out with 4 fat guys, you're going to be the 5th, right? If you're hanging out with 4 drunks, you're going to be the 5th. If you're hanging out with 4 broke guys, at some point you'll be the 5th, you know? And it's not a matter of, you know, again, like they say all the time, and I've found this to be very true over the course of my life. If you're hanging out with some people and you happen to be the smartest guy in the group, you got to get yourself some new friends. You got to get people that you can aspire to, like look at them and sort of like use them as a role model. You know, if you really want to work out, you want to hang out with people that work out. You know, I remember years and years ago, many years ago, more than I'd like to admit, but I started working out at a YMCA in the town I grew up in with some guys I worked with. And I learned very early on, we would make a date, like, you know, the next morning, you know, all right, we're going to go to the Y tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock, and we'll work out. Now here I am like an asshole, 11:15, 11:30, 11:45, 12 o'clock, nobody shows up. So way back then, and I'm not kidding when I say this, I mean 40 years ago, 35 years ago, I decided I'm going to be a lone wolf. I'm not waiting for anybody, Case in point, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and here I stand in the middle of this empty park, working out. I do my own thing. So you really have to sit down and self-evaluate and be honest with yourself. And I know change is hard. I know, I get it. I'm not sitting here going, what's wrong with you? Just change. It's so simple, right? I've lived through a lot of stuff. And I know it's uncomfortable. And we don't like to be uncomfortable. None of us do. I certainly don't. But you have to do it. You have to do it. Yeah, definitely, Playman. Split it up. Yeah, no doubt. Do a pull-push leg day. That's perfectly fine. That's a good way to go. Fortnite, what's up? Don't give up, Gustavo. You could do it, brother. You could definitely do it. All right, guys, we're going 15 down with the Mike Tysons. We're on 11. And after every set of Tysons, we're going to do 10 knee raises on the pull-up bar. So we're going to hit 11. We're on 11 Tysons going down to 1. Guys, that was 11 and 10. On our way down to 1. Next set will be 9 Tysons and 10 knee raises. Johnny OD. What's up, brother? How are you, John? Playman, I don't like to get into that whole bullshit, who's natural, who's not. But if you think that The Rock or anybody else thinks that that guy is not drugged up, he's sticking horse needles in his ass. He's not natural. He's not. I don't care. I don't give a shit if his head blows off his shoulders or whatever, but you know, he's not natural. He's certainly not natural. And it's not coming from a place of, well, he looks better than me, so he must be on drugs. He's on drugs. He's on a lot of drugs. So we'll just leave it at that. And that's one of my pet peeves. It's all over social media, whether it's a celebrity or a quote unquote influencer. You know, they'll tell you, hey, make sure you get your protein in, try this powder, try this pre-workout, make sure you do your BCAAs, you know, make sure you eat your eggs and this and that. And my workout is the best kind of workout to build muscle. They never mention the drugs that they're taking. They never mention it, you know. All right, Johnny. Good for you. What time is it down there, Johnny? It's 1 a.m. here for me. No, I don't think so, Playman, but I appreciate it. I guess that's a compliment, but no. And I certainly don't do drugs. I never did. The last time I smoked a joint, I was telling the story online the other day. I'm 60 years old. The last time I smoked a joint, I was 19. That was the last time I did a drug. Oh, okay. All right. What are you up to, John? You hitting some You doing some body weight stuff? Are you throwing the iron around? All right, Longbeard. Music to my ears, brother. I love to hear that. Good for you. And I promise you'll be all the better for it. You'll be all the better for it. All right, guys, we're Mike Tyson's. We did 15 down to 1. We just did, what did we do, 9 and 8? We're going to go 7. We're going 7 down to 1. After each set of Mike Tyson's, we're going to hit 10 knee raises off the pull-up bar. Going to 7 Mike Tyson's. Good for you, Johnny. It's great being outside, isn't it, brother? It really is. I'm glad you're getting yours in. Good for you. And we even got Longbeard up and at him. Good for you, Longbeard. Don't give up, brother. Don't give up. 40 years young. Got a long way to go. Make them good years. Guys, 15 down on the Tysons. We just did 7 and 6. We're gonna do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. After each set of Tysons, we're gonna hit 10 knee raises on the pull-up bar. All right, guys, it was 5 and 4. Appreciate you guys that hit that like button. I do appreciate it, and you guys that chose to subscribe, and even you guys just lurking in the background. Appreciate everybody being here. So we got 15 down on Mike Tyson's, 15 down to 1. We're gonna hit set 3. We got 3, 2, 1. And after each set of Tyson's, we'll do 10 more hanging knee raises from the pull-up bar. So we'll do 3, 2, 1. All right, that was 3, 2, 1 on the Tyson's. So we still got to do 3 sets of the knee raises, which is a total of 30. Cheers, Self Fitness. Appreciate that, brother. I appreciate you popping in. Thank you again to everybody that hit that like button. Everybody that chose to subscribe. I do appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate the interaction, keeping me company here. It's a little scary here at night. All right, guys, we still got to hit 30 knee raises. All right, that burned. All right, so first set we did pull-ups 10 down to 1 with some body weight squats, some jump rope, the weighted jump rope. Then we did 15 Mike Tyson's down to 1. And after each set, we did 10 knee raises on a pull-up bar. So next, we'll isolate the arms a little bit. And I'll try some head bangers off the pull-up bar. And then on that low bar, we'll do some bar dips. Long beard. You know what, brother? They vary. You know, I mean, I've been on here over an hour now, but you know, I guess half my time has been chatting away. So for what I'm doing today, this workout, I don't think more than 40 minutes. You know, I always say when I'm doing body weight stuff, I like to go as quickly as possible to keep my heart rate up. You know, I don't like to do a set and then walk around, let my heart rate come down. You know, I want to get that, I want to build the strength with the exercises, but I want to keep a good pace to build up some endurance. Now, you could just come up with a superset, right? What are you doing? Pull-up, let's just say pull-ups and push-ups, or rows and dips, whatever you're going to do. Or pull-ups, push-ups, squats. Set your clock, however much time you have. If you have 20 minutes, You set that clock for 20 minutes and you go round and round. And when the clock stops, your workout's over. So it's only limited, you know, by your time. And 20 minutes is fine. If you start with 20 minutes a day, it's more than enough to start with. And I promise you're gonna build up as you get more and more comfortable. You switch up your exercises, but the basic moves are always gonna be some pull variation, a push variation, and a leg move, which could be a squat, a lunge, a static lunge, reverse lunge, walking lunges, anything like that. A pull-up, it could be a pull-up, it could be a chin-up, it could be a row. You know, the sky's the limit. But pick a couple or a few exercises, set your clock, and go round and round. Playman, I appreciate that, I really do, but I can assure you that nothing I do has anything to do with genetics. I don't have superior genetics. I don't. My family tree is weaker than Charlie Brown's Christmas tree. So it has nothing to do with my genetics. I appreciate your kind words and things like that, but anything that I do is just because that I'm able to do, it's because I do it consistently. It's not just because I woke up and wait, I have good genetics. I don't. Furthest thing from it. My genetics has nothing to do with what I do. It took me years to build discipline. I stuck to it. Now I'm steadfast in my mission. I know what I want to do. I know what I don't want to do. But nothing I do is going to be attributed to genetics. All right, guys, let's try some headbangers for the biceps. Right, they really isolate the biceps. It's a good move. And then we'll do some straight bar dips to hit the triceps. And actually on those straight bar dips, you're catching the chest and the shoulders too, but it's a nice way to hit those triceps. You know, guys, to take that genetics comment a little further, I happened to see just the other day, I saw a short video of a guy doing some bicep exercises, and the guy had a phenomenal build, phenomenal. Now, I don't know, I'm certainly not going to knock anybody like that and say if he's natural or not, but the guy looked damn good. And at the end of the short video, he showed a picture of himself he claims was 5 years ago. And the guy looked emaciated. You know, he looked like he was 150 pounds, 140 pounds, no real muscle tone. And now the guy's built, you know. So to say that it's genetics, just like they're trying to shove down our throat today with 70, in the United States, 75, 80% of the people metabolically sick, overweight, obese, and they say, no, it's your genetics. When 50, 60 years ago, 13% of the population was overweight. So the whole human gene code in the past 50 years completely changed. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. It's habits. Every one of us, yes, we're predisposed. We have genetic predispositions to a lot of things in life. But to say that this guy looks good because of his genetics, or that guy is overweight because of his genetics, it's bullshit most of the time. We are more a product of our consistent habits than we are of our genetics. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Playman, I didn't mean anything negative. I wasn't trying to be a wise guy with you at all. But I mean, it's just, I see it so much, and it's ingrained in us now, especially like it's, it kind of hits a nerve with me, especially when it comes to everybody being sick and overweight, and it's being pushed down our throats, with these drugs that everybody's injecting. They're telling you that you have a 6-year-old kid, and they're saying, well, he's obese because of his genetics. They want to put little kids on these drugs, and people believe it. People believe it, and they'll tell you, well, I'm overweight because of my genetics. I'm overweight because I have a slow metabolism. And then when you press people on it and say, well, what do you mean by a slow metabolism? They have no clue. They don't know what they're talking about. These are just buzzwords that people come up with. Longbeard, I can give you a very quick, again, this is always open to interpretation. You have to do your own experimentation with it, but I would take what you think your optimal, I think you said you're 200 pounds, so I don't know, is your optimal, do you think in your mind that you might, I don't know how much body fat you have on you, but let's just say your optimal body weight is around 180 pounds. So generally, I like to start people with 1 gram of protein per day per pound of optimal body weight. In other words, if you should be a 180-pound guy, if you have a 180-pound frame and you're 300 pounds, you certainly shouldn't be eating 300 grams of protein a day. I would try and get about 180 grams-ish. It doesn't have to be perfect. It could be a little more, it could be a little less, but that's a good starting point, right? And then the rest of your calories, if you have no blood sugar issues, if you're not diabetic, the rest of it could be made up of a split of carbs and fat. But you want to make sure you're hitting that protein number. I think that's the most important number. And then the other two are kind of like interchangeable. But, again, it comes down to being consistent. You have to track your weight. If you're eating all this food and you're putting on 5 pounds a week, 4 pounds a week, that's not muscle. You're just putting on straight body fat. Now, when you're if you're consistently exercising, doing resistance exercise, and you're trying to build muscle, and you're eating the right way, and you're putting on 1 pound or 2 a week, I think that's a good rate. There's always going to be, you can't just gain just muscle. You're always going to gain some fat. And conversely, when you're looking to lose weight, and when we say lose weight, we mean lose excess body fat. You don't want to lose lean body mass, right? You don't want to break down muscle, but that's going to happen also. And how do you negate that? Well, you can't negate it, but how do you minimize it as much as you can? And that's going to be making sure that you're hitting your protein number. Because if you're surviving on donuts and Pop-Tarts, right, and you're losing weight, I can almost guarantee you your insulin is always spiked, and it's almost impossible for you to burn body fat. You're breaking down a lot of lean muscle, a lot of lean tissue. So you want to hit that protein, and it's got to be mostly whole foods. It's got to be. You got to stay away from the processed foods, and it's just the simple things. It's going to be meat. It's going to be some type of fish. I'm big on sardines, a little bit of tuna. I eat a lot of eggs. Eggs are the gold standard when it comes to protein. But either way, I would always look to get that protein. Again, figure out, it's not an exact science. It's going to be a little different for everybody. But you have to eat for your goals, right? And even if you're losing weight, if you're eating every day and whatever you're doing, you're losing 4 or 5 pounds a week, that's a little extreme. You want to get the weight off as quickly as possible, but I would just go for a slight. You want to be at a slight, maybe a couple of hundred calories a week. I'm sorry, a couple of hundred calories a day deficit. But all of this nonsense of I want to burn fat and build muscle at the same time. And these are people that have never exercised in their life or know nothing about nutrition. And all of a sudden they want to become, exercise physiologists and work on one goal, right? If you buy an old car, you sand it down, you strip it, you do everything, and then you build it back up. And that's what you want to do with your body. If you have that excess weight, get that off. Get it off your body first. Worry about that. Then you go into that building phase. Then you worry about what do I need to eat to build. Thank you, Johnny. If you're still there, I appreciate you, brother. Stay safe down there. Shout out to Sydney. Yeah, Longbeard, really nutrition is number one. And I hate to say that to people, but giving your druthers, if you could only do one thing for the rest of your life, if somebody was to say to me, I could help you eat the perfect diet for the rest of your life, or you can exercise every single day for the rest of your life, I'd say give me the nutrition part, because you can live a long, healthy life, I believe, if you're eating right, if you're putting the right stuff in your body. But if you're putting the wrong stuff in your body, you could exercise every day and you're still doing the damage inside. Health comes from the inside out. So if you're damaging the inside of your body, I don't care how many push-ups, how many pull-ups, how many squats you do. I don't care how much you can deadlift. You're destroying the inside of your body and you're destroying your health. Deadlifts do not fix liver disease and heart disease and reverse diabetes. It doesn't. So it's the food. Concentrate on the food. Old school, I get pasture raised eggs. That it does say they are organically fed. I don't know, but I'm not too anal about that, to be honest with you. I do go for the pasture raised. If they say organic, I'll get it, but I don't go out of my way for that. Even with my produce, I'm sort of like 50-50. Some days I'll go in and if I happen to be standing there and see the organic apples, I'll take them. If I'm standing in front of the regular ones, I'll just grab a bunch of those, Hey, Timothy, I didn't see you there, brother. Appreciate you being here, my man. Yeah, old school. So it's just, even with the beef, I eat a lot of beef. And generally I'll grab the grass-fed most of the time. If they don't have it, if I don't see it, I'll just grab what's there, to be honest with you. But I always say, we do the best we can with what we have, where we're at. So, and I believe that now, especially over the past few years, like just doing the things that I've been doing. Again, what I do isn't going to work for everybody. All I can say is, hey, this is what I do if you want to try it. But I can tell you right now that what the masses are doing is the wrong thing for all of us. We know for at least 75-80% of us, because that's how many are overweight and obese. So we know the wrong way. So now each one of us has to figure out the right way. And in my opinion, the best way to do it is just start with the fundamentals. Start with real food. What's real food? Some type of meat, eggs, fish. If you tolerate dairy, I do some Greek yogurt. Throw in the vegetables, throw in the fruit, and just, go from there. And then you tweak it from there. Well, when I eat this, I don't feel right, I get bloated. Then don't eat that. You can always find something else to eat. Stop it. I have a friend of mine that, well, every time I eat ice cream, I get the shits. Stop eating ice cream. Well, I bought this one brand, and if I only eat a half of the bar, I'm okay. Stop eating the fucking ice cream. Enough. Just don't, well, when I was younger, I was able to eat it. Okay, but now you're not, so stop it, you know? Rodney, no, I mentioned before, nobody's 100%. If anybody ever tells you they're 100%, they're full of shit. Run fast. Run really fast. Don't listen to anything else they have to say, because if they tell you they're 100%, they're full of shit. Nobody on this planet is 100%. Nobody. But generally, I have my pizza every now and again. But I do my best to stay on track because I feel better. I do. I know I've been there. On fast food, on junk food, on processed food. And then when I got into my 30s and 40s and I started to really feel the ill effects from it. And then when I changed my ways and then I said, wow, now I feel this way. And it was a massive difference. So I know, and I get it. I get that everybody has this whole deprivation mindset. If I can't drink alcohol, if I can't eat pizza, if I can't go to McDonald's, if I can't go to the birthday party, if I can't go on this cruise and eat everything I want like an animal, I'm not living my best life. If you do it, you're not living your best life because you're destroying the most precious commodity on earth, which is your health. But it's drilled into us. You have to do this. You have to do this. If you're not doing it, you're doing something wrong. Right? But it takes no self-discipline because all of that stuff is we're food addicts. It takes no self-discipline to be an addict. You just wake up and throw the shit down your throat and you'll keep doing it. And they tell you, they admit it. We make this stuff addictive. We don't just want it to taste good to you. We want it to work on that dopamine reward system, and we want you to just keep eating it and keep craving it. And we do. We absolutely do. So it takes no self-discipline to do that. The self-discipline comes when you avoid that stuff and you feel better about yourself and you build self-esteem and you feel better physically, which is going to make you feel better mentally. You're going to have good sleep patterns and you just step back and you just look at what everybody else is doing. And why would you want to do that? Why would you want to be like everybody else walking around? Next time you're in the supermarket, look at the most overweight, out of shape people you could find and look what's in their cart. Look what's in their shopping cart. And don't buy it. Don't buy it. Old school, it's funny you mentioned that. No, I didn't get too crazy with that yet. What I did was I got away from antiperspirants that had the aluminum in it. So now I just do like a deodorant. A friend of mine does some type of, I think it's like a salt stick or something. No, I didn't get too crazy. I did cut out, for years I was using these sprays and these antiperspirants that had a bunch of ingredients in the aluminum. The deodorants, I don't know that they're that much better, but I think they're somewhat better. So that's all I basically use now. Steve Montalbano, cheers to you, brother. I appreciate you being here. Jacked and Stoic, shout out to Sweden. Jacked, it's 1:30 a.m. 1:30 a.m. Guys, check out my friend Jacked and Stoic over in Sweden. He's a young beast. He's a very young man, and he gets it. He gets it, thankfully. And he's going to go places. What's up, Casey? Well, see, there again, Casey, that's one of those, hold that thought. Let me do a quick set here, because I wanted to go 10 down with these headbangs and the dips. I only did 10. Let me hit a set of 9 on each, then I'll come right back to that, I promise. Jack, my day was just totally off. I napped earlier in the day, and I was up a little while ago, could not go back to sleep. And I'm like, I might as well use this time for something good. Well, Casey, I wish I could talk to you one-on-one, brother, but like, the whole thing about snacking, if you're hungry all day, you have to look at what you're eating. Because if you're eating a lot of processed food, and there's a lot of things that you don't even realize. A lot of people think, well, this is healthy. And I'm not saying you're eating these, but just, I'm gonna give you a for instance, granola bars. Granola bars are candy bars. They're gonna spike the shit out of your blood sugar. It's gonna go up, it's gonna come down, and you're gonna feel hungry again in an hour or two, right? And that's what we do to ourselves with this processed food. We eat it, it tastes good. We don't get full on it because we keep wanting more and more, right? You get that massive blood sugar spike, then you crash. And then you feel hungry again. And it's a constant cycle throughout the day. So the trick is to level off your blood sugars. And how do you do that? You eat things like protein, healthy fats. So, you know, my first meal of the day is always gonna be eggs, maybe a little bit of meat, some kimchi, some yogurt, maybe some berries. Like berries are, when you talk about fruit, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, they're all going to be on the lower end of the spectrum when it comes to sugar content for fruit. So right there, you know, if you're starting your day, you know, everybody looks at like oatmeal. Oatmeal is shit, you know what I mean? And it's a carb, you know, and usually people eat it. If they buy the Quaker stuff, it's going to be flavored. It's going to be loaded with even more sugar. And you're going to eat that, and it's going to spike the shit out of your blood sugar. And then an hour or two later, you're going to be hungry again. And that's when you're grabbing a donut, you're grabbing the cookies, you're grabbing whatever. You just have to put something in your mouth. So if you start your day with this stuff and people, you know, look at it, and again, the oatmeal, people say, well, I really like oatmeal. Really? If you like it that much, I defy you to get plain oats with nothing, just Quaker oats, no flavoring, no sugar, just the oats. It's paper mache. Cook it in water like it's supposed to be cooked, and then eat it with a spoon and tell me how much you like it. You don't like oatmeal. You like what you put on top of it, right? You like the honey, the sugar, whatever else you put in it. I don't know. The peanut butter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like everything that you put in it. The oatmeal is just a vehicle for all the shit that you want to put on top of it to make it taste good. You don't like oatmeal. Nobody does. The same thing with chicken breast. Who likes plain, skinless, boneless chicken breast? You know, put that on a grill and then just bite into it and eat it. You don't. I mean, you have to doctor it up with a bunch of sauce, red sauce, and some melted cheese and all sorts of seasoning, right? And you get your protein that way, but you're adding all the other stuff into it. So my point is, you have to look at, you know, this whole term that we use, snack. Everybody wants to snack. Well, you're snacking because what you're eating, you're constantly, your blood sugar is going up and down throughout the day. There's no reason, nobody on this planet can't eat 3 times a day. And when I say, most days I eat twice. I get more than enough calories. But let's say 3. You have, we'll call it a breakfast. You don't need anything between it. Then you'll have a lunch and then a dinner. You certainly don't need anything afterwards. You don't. You can get more than enough nutrition, more than enough calories that you need to sustain your body with 3 meals a day. Any human being walking this planet. So this whole notion of I need a snack, you have to look at what you're eating, Casey. Like, what's causing that? Big part of it too is habit. But then again, it's if you're having these up and down blood sugar spikes, that's what's going to make you hungry. You have to look at the type of things you're eating. And if you're eating whole foods for the most part, generally speaking, your blood sugar is going to stay relatively steady throughout the day. That said, if you really find that you have to eat something, um, when I'm on a long road trip in the car or something, I get these beef sticks. I go to Costco. They're called Chomps, Chomps, Chomps. And then there's another brand you'll find at, I don't know if you do Costco. Actually, you could probably go on Amazon too and get them, but the brand is Archer, Archer, these little beef sticks. They're grass-fed beef sticks. I get those. And then get like a decent cheese stick or something. You know, the beef sticks with some cheese. And then maybe a handful of walnuts. You don't want to go overboard with the walnuts because they're very calorie dense. But any kind of, you know, even if you want to do some peanuts, walnuts, pecans, a couple of macadamia nuts, just things like that. Those things are going to keep your blood sugar nice and level, right? And throw a little salt on it, and that should hold you over. But Casey, you have to look at what you're eating. You shouldn't be hungry like that throughout the day. If you have a couple or 3 decent meals, there's no reason to be eating in between those meals, and certainly after. You know, a lot of people are sitting there on the TV, you know, watching TV, 11 o'clock, midnight, and just throwing shit in their mouth, the Cheez-Its, and eating the ice cream, and it's just nonsense. Old school, I'm with you on that. I did that with my dog, who's 12. I think she's 12 going on 13, and a couple of years ago I switched over. I don't care. You can go to the butcher, or you can go to and get the cheapest cut of meat you want. It's going to be 1,000 times better than what you're going to get any type of pet food, any type of dog food. So I'll get some chicken, some ground turkey, or whatever's on sale. And then I'll throw a little gravy in that and just get canned vegetables. She loves green beans, she loves peas, some potatoes, maybe some sweet potatoes. Chop that up and I throw it all in the crock pot. It cooks in a few hours, and then I have a week and a half's worth of food. It actually comes out to be cheaper than the dog food. She loves it. She loves it. I don't fight with her to eat anymore. But yeah, I'm with you on that. Because really, you know, if you look at the dog foods, any type of pet foods, it's akin to us eating processed food all the time. Going to McDonald's every day, you know, and just eating shit food is the same thing. Because we have overweight dogs, we have dogs that are diabetics, we have dogs with the same chronic illnesses that we have, right? The cancer rate in dogs is going up. It's incredible. I'm with you, old school, because I fought with my dog for years. How many times she got sick when I changed up the food, and it really is. I wish I had done it a long time ago, but I feel much better now. And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, because the vets, when it comes to nutrition, they know just as much as a human doctor does when it comes to nutrition. They know zero. Well, see, okay, Rodney, okay, let me hold that thought, Rodney. I want to come back to that, because that's a great example for me. I think I'm on 8. I'm going to do 8 headbangers and 8 dips. So Rodney, you're eating plain oats with blueberries, right? So where's the nutrition? Oatmeal is a carb, little bit of protein in it. And blueberries. I'm not saying blueberries are unhealthy, but they're straight sugar. It's a carb. So you're taking a carb and you're adding a carb, and then you're gonna eat that for breakfast, right? So you're starting the day off by spiking your blood sugar. You'd be much better served, I don't know if you're a meat eater, a couple of eggs with some type of meat, or just the eggs. And you eat whole eggs, because people, you can't get it through to people either. And egg white is nothing but, it's protein, but there's nothing else there. All of the nutrients in an egg are in that yolk. And there's so many. It's a multivitamin. It's a super multivitamin, that yolk. And people throw them down the drain. It's ludicrous. But an egg is going to be, generally speaking, it's going to be half the calories in an egg are going to be protein, and the other half is going to be fat, a healthy fat. None of this cholesterol bullshit. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole now, but there's nothing wrong with eating eggs. They're perfectly healthy. And I would, if you want to have a little bit of oatmeal, I can't say, I'm not going to say don't do it. But if, people wake up and they say, well, I had oatmeal with blueberries, I'm healthy. Well, where's the nutrition? Where's the nutrition? Where's your protein? Right? You're eating carbs. It's not to say it can't be a part of your diet, and you still can't. I'm not saying you can't be healthy doing that as having it a part of your diet, but there's essential amino acids, which is protein. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein. They're essential. We need them. There's essential fatty acids. That's fat. There's essential fat. When they say essential, it means you need it to be healthy. There is no such thing on the planet as an essential carbohydrate, an essential sugar. It doesn't exist. So you're starting off your day with the one macronutrient that you don't need. And the two that you do need, you're not having. Right? But you go to the doctor, and the doctor will say, don't eat eggs, cholesterol. Don't put salt on your eggs. Salt is going to give you a heart attack. But if you go to the hospital and you're dehydrated, they put a needle in your veins, and what do they put in your body? They pump you full of what? Salt. Because it's essential to your body. Your body needs salt. So everything that our body needs, they tell us to be afraid of. It's a bizarro world. It really is. All right, Playman, I don't fault you for that, because you have your chicken, right? So you're getting your protein. I would say as long as you're getting some type of healthy fat in there too. You don't want to neglect some healthy fats. Rodney, yeah, I'm not, I get it. I get it that it's filling. I know that oatmeal, like I said, I grew up on it. You know what I mean? I had it as a kid and all. But if you just heard everything I just said, from a nutritional standpoint, I'm not saying that it's inherently unhealthy. I'm not saying don't eat oatmeal and blueberries or it's going to kill you. I'm not saying that. But like I just said, you want to make sure you're getting your protein, and your body, your joints, your brain needs the healthy fats. So to constantly think that you're going to sustain yourself just on carbohydrates, can they be a part of it? Absolutely. But they're not essential. They're not essential. Yeah, I mean, Case, it sounds like okay, you're eating the right type of stuff, but how are you eating? You're just like picking on stuff throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to sit down and have that meal. Put it all together into a meal. Eat until you're comfortably full, and then stop, and then go on with your day. Your day shouldn't revolve around eating, right? Just eat to live. You eat just to live, and then go on with your day. You shouldn't be preoccupied every hour of the day with, what am I going to eat next? Do I have any food here? I mean, you should be able to go several hours without eating, without a doubt. There's no reason why you can't sit down and have a satiating meal and then go on with your day. And then later on, have another meal, and you're good. But this picking throughout the day, I have a little bit here, then I'm gonna grab a couple of apples here, a cheese stick there. That's not gonna work. It's not sustainable. It has to be sustainable, Case. Old school, she's been golden since I've been doing that. She really has, so far. I'm so happy I did it. Okay. All right, Rodney, we'll take that. DK. Shout out to DK in the UK. Oh yeah, the dogs go crazy for the eggs. No doubt. No problem, Rodney. Cheers, Longbeard. I appreciate that, brother. I wish you the best. I really do. Stay consistent, my man. You got a long way to go. You have plenty of time. And be the example, especially you have your daughter. Our kids do what we do, not what we say for the most part, right? And especially that. If everybody talks about motivation, there's your motivation right there. If that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what else will, right? So get up every day. I want my daughter to be proud of me. I want her to see me doing the right thing. You know what I mean? Let her see you doing the push-ups. Let her see you doing the workout. And she'll see that as the norm. My dad works out, and you see it all the time. These guys, they pull their dad bod bullshit. Well, I got a dad, what are you going to do? I got the kids. What are you talking about? Do your kids go grocery shopping for you? Do your kids cook your meals? Do your kids stop at the fucking liquor store on the way home and pick you up a 6-pack and make you drink it? Right? Kids aren't an excuse. They should be the reason that you're healthy, the reason that you're in shape, the reason that you're setting the example. What's up, Jamal? Appreciate you being here, brother. Yeah, Longbeard, just look at your daughter every day, man, and that's what's going to keep you going. Let her be proud of you. Be the role model. Be the example. I think I'm on 7, guys. I want to finish up these headbangers with the straight bar dips. 6, guys. Four, 3, 2, 1 left, guys. All right, guys. So that was, we did some pull-ups tonight, 10 down to 1. What did we do there? Did some body weight squats after that, sets of 10. 50 reps with the jump rope each round with the weighted jump rope. Then we went into some Mike Tyson push-ups, 15 down. After each set of those, we did 10 knee raises on the pull-up bar. And then we did a 10 down to 1 with headbangers off the pull-up bar. And straight bar dips. All right, guys, we're gonna cut it there. Appreciate everybody that hit the like button. People that chose to subscribe, I appreciate that. Appreciate the support. Everybody else that was here, I appreciate the positive feedback. Whether you chose to like and subscribe or just hang in the back and just watch, I appreciate that too. I appreciate everybody that was here. Everybody have a good night. Long beard, remember what I said. Stay healthy, brother. Keep doing it. You got your motivation now. No excuses. Get to work. Hopefully I'll see you again. Thanks, Jack. You have a good day, brother. Keep being the example, my man. You got a long way to go. You're going to go places. I appreciate you, as always, being here, my man. Everybody else, have a good night. Get your reps in. Stay healthy. Stay safe.